Hey guys, it's Hannah and I'm here today with my February wrap-up and March TBR. So this is actually the second time me filming this video because my SD card ate my last two videos, so now I'm having to refilm them. So yay for technology not working for me. But we're gonna get into my March wrap-up, or not my March wrap-up, my February wrap-up, which is why it's so late. I know it's like we're already through like week 1 of February, or March, so holy moly, this is going to be a hot mess of a video already, I can already tell. Anyways, let's get into the books that I read for March. For February, you guys should keep a tally of how many times I messed that up this video. So the first book I completed in the month of February is Anna and the French Kiss. I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars. This is a reread. It is about a girl who lives in America who gets sent over to France to go to school there for her senior year, and it's dealing with like culture shock and learning to become her own person. It's coming of age, and it's obviously a romancy kind of book, and it's just adorable. I will say though, after rereading this one, I didn't love it quite as much as I used to love it, just because like this is where I'm starting to get nitpicky, and I've kind of realized that nitpickiness is starting now when I reread books, which is awful. But I did have like an issue reading this book that a lot of the pressure gets put on Anna, and the responsibility of doing the right thing gets put on Anna and not on St. Clair. And so that really bothered me, that in the position that they are in, that everybody is kind of blaming Anna and like looks to her as you should know better instead of St. Clair. So that like really kind of irked me that it was still put on the female in this book instead of the male. Like the male kind of gets a pass. So I still rated this a 5 out of 5 stars just because I absolutely love this story, but I did have that problem with this. Next up, I read Eclipse by Stephanie Meyer. This is the third book in the Twilight series, and I did read these books because it was February and because it was like romancy and Valentine's Day, and I wanted to read like my old favorites, so I picked up these ones. I like still love these books, but I again have the issue of like I started getting nitpicky, so I'm still rating this a 5 out of 5 stars. I'm not changing my original rating, but it did really bother me that there was like this Edward Jacob type of competition, and it wasn't even so much about Bella. Like yes, they were fighting over Bella, but it was more so like they like did what they did to get better, like get Bella more, and then once they didn't care what Bella's reaction was, they were like more in tune with their competition than actually winning the girl. So that kind of like irked me, is that they both played along. Like I get Jacob, like he is young and immature and like he has like hormones racing through him, but I feel like Edward should be on a different level because he is older, and so he like should know better, and he like so that like irritated me about this, but I still rated it a 5 out of 5 stars. Next up, I read Vampire Academy, but this is a special Vampire Academy. This is the 10th anniversary edition, and when I saw this in the bookstore at Barnes & Noble, I was like, oh my god, I need this, because this is over 100 pages of new stories, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be putting up a review right after this video. Releases the next week is going to be my review of this, so I will dive deeper into this, but it has 4 new stories in this. So they have The Turn of the Flame, which takes a deeper look into the dark stain on the Ozair dynasty. From the Journal of Vasilisa Dragomir, unearths the princess' private thoughts from a transformative period of her life. The Meeting gives a glimpse of Rose Hathaway through Dimitri's eyes. And Hello, My Name is Rose Hathaway tracks the shenanigans that ensue when Rose and Dimitri become unlikely teammates in a high-stakes scavenger hunt. Now, I'm going to go in deeper and break it down and give you ratings of the 4 ones in my bigger wrap-up, or my bigger review, but I will say, like, I am not regretting buying this book because it's still, like, the original good story, and that's why I'm still rating it a 5 out of 5 stars, but I do rate the different stories in the back half, each individually, and I would say rent this book if you are looking to read these and see how much you like the stories, and you can decide from there if you want to pick it up or not. Like I said, like Vampire Academy is one of my all-time favorite books, and so I don't mind having the extra stories because I do enjoy them, but I think I wouldn't be heartbroken if I didn't have them. So take that into consideration when you're thinking about buying this one. And the only book in my entire wrap-up that is not a reread, which kind of put me into a reading slump, is Wind Witch by Susan Dennard. I buddy read this one with Gabby over at Gabs About Books, and I definitely think that this went into a second book syndrome, which is like slumpy and is not as good as the first one, because the first one was such a good like bang off to the series, and this one just kind of flopped, and it definitely felt like the characters got sidetracked. Another really downfall of this one that I found was that in the first book we had 4 main viewpoints, and this one we had a few more, and I couldn't really I wasn't interested in all the viewpoints. So when I found myself, when I was reading the book, when it switched to viewpoints that was bringing me down in the book, or I wasn't interested in, it really delayed my reading. So it did take me the full month to get through this book, and it's only like a 300-page book. Usually I can get that out pretty fast, but I just was not that into it. I rated this a 3.75 out of 5 stars, so it still says 4 stars out of Goodreads, but I want to believe that it is going to get better, and that's why I'm giving it such a high rating as it is, because it's a part of the rest of the series, but it's definitely not my favorite. I understand why the characters are acting where they are, but I just wish that I can't handle when a character is being mopey through the entire book, because their feelings translate onto my feelings when I'm reading the book. So when I'm reading it through the entire month and there's a character that is mopey in this, like there is in this one, I get mopey, and I'm like, I can't deal with that. I can't have that, my life be mopey for a month because I'm reading a mopey book, and I just want them to be like, get your shit together, dude. I get it, you got beaten down, now, pull yourself up. I just could not deal with this book, so I ended up having to set this down and pick up some of my favorites to break up the mopiness in this book. So I'm really hoping that the third one can pull back out for this series. I have hope, guys. I have hope. I'm still looking forward to the third book. So that is all for my February wrap up, and let's get into my March TBR. If you guys are noticing, my February wrap up is missing Crooked Kingdom. Sorry, it's up there. That's what I was looking over there. It's missing Crooked Kingdom, and I talked to my husband and I saw someone else's comment down below. I asked you guys, should I wait and read Crooked Kingdom before I read the Grisha trilogy? Should I read the Grisha trilogy first? And I've come to the consensus that I'm going to read the Grisha trilogy first whenever I choose to read it. I'm also worried that my reading slump going on right now is going to kill, if I go into a really good book and I have high expectations and I don't love it as much as all of the hype is, that's going to kind of kill that series for me too, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm holding off on the Grisha trilogy / Crooked Kingdom. So I went ahead and, because I've already filmed this video once, I went ahead and put the Grisha trilogy back into my jar, and I'm going to pull out another pick for March. So I guess I can go ahead and do that now. So we will shake it up here. I'm getting so much better opening this, guys, without killing myself. Aren't you guys proud? Okay. And my March TBR pick is going to be Princess Academy. Okay, so this is one of the books that I bought my very beginning of my booktube career, and I never read it, so this might actually be interesting. I don't know, let me grab it, and I don't really remember what it was about, so let me grab it and I will see what we are working with. Okay, so I found Princess Academy, so this is going to be my read for March, and that I will do a review on if there is enough content to do a review on. I found that that's what I wanted to focus on this year, is that I wanted to pull out a book to make sure I'm reviewing books, but I found that if I don't love a book, that I don't have a lot to say about it, or if I don't hate a book, I don't have a lot to say about it. So I've kind of played it by ear. So I might be reviewing this one. Let me know down below if you guys want me to review this one. So this is actually a Newbery Honor Book Award, and let me know if you guys want me to review it, or if you guys have read this book, what do you think about it? So I'm going to quickly read the back, It says, high on the slopes of Rocky Mount Eskil, I probably murdered that, Mary's family pounds a living from the stone of the mountain itself, but Mary's life will change forever when word comes that her small village is the home of the future princess. All eligible girls must attend a makeshift academy to prepare for royal life. At the school, Mary finds herself confronting bitter competition among the girls and her own conflicted desires to be chosen. Yet when danger comes to the academy, it is Mary, named for a tiny mountain flower, who must find a way to save her classmates in the future of their beloved village. So this book is by Shannon Hale, and I think I was coming off of my selection series run, so this actually sounds like exactly what I need. Like, I've been reading a lot of fantasy books lately, so I'm kind of excited to kind of read like a girlier book. Like, not saying that fantasy books aren't girly, but contemporary is usually more girly. So I'm excited to pick this one up for this month. And let's get into the rest of my March TBR. So I am lucky enough to be chosen on NetGalley, which is a place where you can submit your profile and you can say you want to receive books from publishers, and they will send you ebooks if you are approved. And so I was lucky enough to be approved, and I got sent Get Together Delilah by Erin Go, and this book is actually going to be released April 4th, which is actually my birthday, and I'm really excited about it. So this book was actually already released in Australia because the author is from Australia under the name Flywheel. So this book is actually already out, but it's getting re-released under a new name for America. And this book is about a girl named Dell who her mother has left her and her father for a younger man, and her father isn't dealing with it very well, so she is almost parenting her father, saying, go get out of here, like, you need to redo you. And she's old enough, I think she's 17, that she is running Flywheel, which is their cafe. So she's having to dealing with the Flywheel and also trying to go to school. And this is also a lesbian book, so she's a lesbian being bullied at school as well, and then she's also dealing with her lesbian crush as well. So I was really interested in this book when I read the premise, and I loved the cover, and I am really excited to get to this one this month, and I will go ahead and let you know what I think about this book as well, and I will go ahead and do a review for you later on in the month. Just forewarning, this is not like a sponsored video. NetGalley only requires you to submit like a review on Goodreads or like one of the blogs or sites that you post to, so I am just throwing this in because this is what I'm reading for the month of March. Next up on my March TBR is Runaways, the Complete Collection Volume 2. I really loved Volume 1, and I'm so excited to read Volume 2. For some reason, I forgot that I have this on my TBR, so I didn't get to this one last month, but I'm really excited to get to it, and it looks like you have a Magneto in this one. So if you guys didn't see my wrap-up for the last one that features the Runaways Volume 1, this is a story about a group of parents who are supervillains, and all of the kids catch them being supervillains, so they decide they are going to be superheroes to stop their parents. And it's a very angsty teenage, like, kick-butt graphic novel, and I really enjoyed the first one. I think I gave that one a 5 out of 5 stars. I adored it, and I can't wait to get to the second one as well. And last but not least for my March TBR is Breaking Dawn by Stephenie Meyer. I went through Twilight and I went through Eclipse, and I was like, I forgot how enjoyable reading these stories are, so I absolutely couldn't stop. I only had one book left, so I picked up Breaking Dawn and I flew through it, and it started breaking me out of my reading slump from Wind Witch, and I'm almost finished. I'm at, like, let's see here, 554 pages, so I'm almost done. And I'm really enjoying this. I forgot that there was 3 different perspectives. So we've got Bella and Jacob and Bella. And I totally forgot that I broke it up like that. And I really enjoy seeing like different perspectives but in the same story versus different perspectives all over the planet. So I really like reading this type of perspective versus that one. But this is my last one on my TBR for March. Let me know what you guys are reading for the month of March. Have you guys read The Princess Academy? Let me know down below if it's good, but no spoilers. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.